I'm going to attempt to put a KLR600 Kickstarter on my 2009 KLR650. And I wanted to make this first video to show you the parts that you're going to need and to compare some of them to the KLR650 parts. Obviously you need to have a Kickstarter. You need to have these stop plates, and this large one is no longer made, so you need to find that as a used part. But this smaller one is still used on some other bikes, and so it's still available. This is the shaft that the Kickstarter drives. It comes with the shaft, the bushing, there's the spring that returns the whole mass, a ratcheting assembly, and the drive gear itself. You'll need to have a pre-96 clutch assembly, because on the back of that clutch assembly there's this gear. This is the gear that is driven by the Kickstarter through this idler gear. You'll notice on the later model clutch that they've taken that off. It's no longer there. You'll also notice, if we compare the primary gears, that the KLR600 output shaft gear is smaller, and the gear on the back of the clutch hub is larger. That gives us about a 7% lower primary drive ratio, and I think that's going to be real beneficial while I'm running a 16 tooth on the front and trying to work off-road. The idler gear, of course, is important, because that's what connects this whole mess together. The Kickstarter shaft goes into a boss that's still there on the KLR650s, and this goes on a shaft that still has a groove for a circlip, and so it all goes together like that, and you kick it, this turns, that turns, the engine turns, and hopefully it goes vroom vroom. Of course, you're going to need to have a suitable right side case. This is the kind of case that came on my 2009, and you'll see that lately they've omitted boring the hole from the case. So I was able to find an earlier case that has the hole in it. This, of course, is the hole that the Kickstarter shaft comes through, and there's a seal that goes around that. There are a handful of other parts that you'll need to order up. You'll want to refresh the water pump seal, and there are a couple of, as I said, the seal that goes in there. There's a couple of seals on the back side, the circlip for the idler gear, and some shims for the idler gear, a key for the primary drive in case you booger up your old one. So that's pretty much everything that is needed to do this job. Everything I found was readily available on eBay. The only problem I had was with the actual Kickstarter lever, and I didn't see one of those show up for about 4 months, and just happened to stumble across it because instead of searching for a KLR600 lever, I went and searched for a KL600, and somebody had listed it as a KL600 instead of a KLR600. So finally scored that thing, and now ready to go. So I hope you'll kind of join with me as we go through this. I'll be doing this live and in color, and we'll see if it all goes together and works. Thanks.